Hi all, it's Jonathan from Style Factory, the go-to site for e-commerce reviews. In this Shopify versus Volusion comparison, I'm going to help you decide which of these two e-commerce platforms is right for you. I'll start with the reasons to use Shopify and then move on to why you might want to consider Volusion instead. 1. Shopify is easier to use. Shopify's interface is much more intuitive than Volusion's. It's cleaner, more contemporary, more functional and more robust. This means that getting a store live with Shopify can be done a lot more quickly than with Volusion. 2. Shopify works with a lot more payment gateways. A payment gateway is a piece of software that lets you accept payments on your online store. And you can use considerably more payment gateways with Shopify than Volusion. While Volusion supports just 4, Shopify lets you work with 100. This means that Shopify ultimately gives you more ways to accept payments than Volusion, and in more locations too. 3. Shopify is much better for selling internationally. You tend to get more sales from your online store if you sell in the currency used by your site visitors. As things stand, Volusion lets you display your product prices in multiple currencies, but it doesn't facilitate checkout in them. Shopify, by contrast, facilitates complete transactions in local currencies. 4. Shopify gives you built-in blogging features. Blogging is a key way of driving organic traffic to a website and generating sales. Helpfully, Shopify gives you a built-in blogging tool that you can use for this purpose, but Volusion doesn't. 5. Shopify gives you built-in point-of-sale features. Unlike Volusion, Shopify gives you built-in point-of-sale features. These let you use the platform to accept payments at physical locations like retail outlets, pop-up stores, and market stalls, all while keeping your offline and online inventory data in sync. You can also buy POS hardware directly from Shopify to facilitate point-of-sale transactions. Items you can buy include a countertop terminal, card readers, barcode scanners, receipt printers, and label printers. Although Volusion can be used for point-of-sale selling too, doing so requires third-party apps and hardware and a lot more configuration time. 6. Shopify gives you access to email marketing features. Shopify gives you email marketing features via its free Shopify email app. This lets you design and send attractive e-newsletters within the Shopify interface and create sophisticated email marketing campaigns. There's nothing comparable from Volusion here. 7. Shopify is better for selling digital products. Shopify is much better for selling digital products than Volusion. It lets you work with files of up to 5 GB in size, while by default, Volusion caps digital product file sizes at just 10 MB. If you want to sell larger files with Volusion, you'll need to upload them to a Volusion server manually. This is a fiddly process that involves using separate FTP software. 8. Shopify is a safer bet. The tech stats company builtwith.com reports that there are over 5.5 million stores powered by the platform. By contrast, builtwith.com estimates that there are only around 5,000 live sites powered by Volusion. This makes Volusion a much riskier proposition than Shopify. Its small user base raises questions as to how long the platform will be around. Okay, so those are the arguments for using Shopify, and they're pretty compelling. But are there reasons you might want to use Volusion instead? I'll discuss these in just a moment, but first I'd like to say that if you're interested in using Shopify, make sure you check out the video description where you'll find a link to a special 3-month trial of the platform. I'd also like to invite you to subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications bell. Okay, so are there any arguments for using Volusion over Shopify? Well, in truth, it's hard to find many, but there are 2 edges it has over its rival. 1. Volusion charges you less when you use a third-party payment gateway. If you use a third-party payment gateway with Shopify, you can expect to pay transaction fees of between 0.6% and 2% of each sale, depending on the plan you're on. Volusion's transaction fees for doing so are lower. They range from 0.35% to 1.25%. 2. Volusion supports more product options and variants. Whereas in Volusion you can create as many product options and variants as you like, Shopify currently places a restriction of 3 on product options and 100 on product variants. Now, this limit can be lifted if you are happy to use an app from Shopify's App Store, but this will usually involve an extra cost, which isn't ideal. So, those are the key reasons for using Volusion over Shopify. Let's finish things off with a quick verdict. To sum things up, Shopify beats Volusion comprehensively. It's much easier to use and comes with far more comprehensive e-commerce functionality. And due to its excellent international selling features, it's ultimately a considerably more scalable platform than Volusion. If you're interested in using Shopify or Volusion, do check out the video description, where you'll find links to trials for both platforms, including a special 3-month Shopify one. If you'd like to learn more about both platforms, we've got an even deeper dive available. Google Style Factory Volusion versus Shopify to access this. You might also like to read our in-depth Shopify review. Just Google Style Factory Shopify review to do this. Before you go, please do like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notifications bell. And finally, if you have any questions about Shopify or Volusion, just drop them in the comments. We'll do our best to help.